Yo, what's up? It's currently May 4th and it's about 11 p.m. and I just got off of work about an hour ago and here I am. So, I got myself some Subway for dinner over here and I'm about to go to the gym in a few minutes after I make this video and after I eat my food. But I just wanted to express some things that were going on in my head today that you might think is very interesting, right? So, today's thought is sometimes I feel like I am a slave to this world. What I mean by that is that sometimes it's like, what am I working for, right? And like, am I working for the sake of just making money so then I could just do things like buy food and sustain myself, right? What other importance is there to being able to actually work a job that doesn't necessarily help our society in any specific way, right? Like, yeah, I'm contributing to society by being able to work for other people and I'm fulfilling their dreams. But at the end of the day, it's like, is that the way in which life should be lived, right? It's like, is that the way in which we as humans should be living our lives by working jobs that don't pay a lot of money, right? Or should we be doing something else with our lives that maybe is in alignment to why we're actually here on this planet, right? But yeah, I worked 10 hours today, 9 hours today. Yeah, I worked 9 hours today. And afterwards, I was just like, bro, this is like insane. It's like my life is in a loop right now, right? And it's like every day is like the same day recently. And I'm trying to break this loop by being able to do things that are a little bit different or a little bit out of the ordinary, right? But it's like I don't want to be living my life where it's like every single day is just the same day, where it's like I wake up, I go to work, and then I come back to the apartment, and then I make dinner and I get ready for bed, and then it's like the same cycle just repeats and repeats and repeats and it repeats and repeats. And it's like, when am I gonna break this cycle? Because it's like, this is very unhealthy. I think so. Um, I think it's very unhealthy to be just living the same day on repeat, right? And then it's like the days just fly by, and then 5 years later you might be doing the same exact thing, and you haven't escaped the loop, right? It's like, man, I feel like that's just the worst way to live your life, especially if you're unhappy doing that kind of work every single day, right? Like for me, I'm very purpose driven, and the work that I want to do is work that truly, genuinely like helps people change their lives in some sort of way, right? So it's like creating content just like this. I have some free time after work and I'm trying to escape this loop. So it's like I'm gonna continue to create YouTube videos to post online, because maybe the words of wisdom that I can share, or maybe the lessons that I've learned, can maybe resonate with somebody and change their life in some sort of way, right? But I was at Subway's, right? Like I previously said, and I was at Subway's and I ordered food. And then, it was like this older Indian guy that was working there. And to be honest with you, I kind of like thought in my head, I was like, man, I would hate to be working at Subway's at his age, right? Because he was an older guy. Like, that's just the reality. And I was like, in my head, I was thinking, man, how long has this guy been working here for, right? Or it's like, what's his reasoning for working here? It's like, he probably was in his mid 50s and he was working at Subway's. And that's not to bash him and say that like that his job is insignificant, because it does play a purpose in the society, right? But it's like man, it's like I feel like there's more to this world than just working at these big corporations that just don't give a shit about us, right? Thankfully, the company that I work at, people, do care about each other, which is very good. But like, just imagine working at McDonald's and you're old, and you're honestly probably maybe quite miserable. But it's like, is that really how we're supposed to live our lives in this world? It's like, um, we're supposed to build purpose, but how are we supposed to build purpose when we're working at these corporations? We're doing the same thing like every single day, right? And another thing that I've been thinking about is, right, so I'm in DC. I'm in central DC as of right now, and a lot of the people that are in this area, they are people that live a very corporate lifestyle, or so it appears, right? People that, look very formal, and they go to work every single day, and to me, they kind of all look the same, right? Like, nothing is very unique about how they dress. It kind of all seems like copy and pasted and copy and pasted and copy and pasted individuals that are in front of me in regards to maybe their lifestyle itself, right? But it's like, the jobs that they're working, does the work they do actually create a genuine positive change in this society? Now, maybe the corporations that they work at, maybe they do, right? But it's like, if you're working at a company and you have a very specific position, does that position itself actually benefit society in a monumental way, right? Or are you just working at that company as a slave to be able to do certain tasks and responsibilities that are mandatory, but you're never going to get recognition, right? It's like, that's something else that's also been on my mind, is like, we work these jobs, right? And most of the people that are working these jobs, they don't get recognition for working at these places, right? Especially if it's a big corporation, you're not going to get recognized for working hard, right? And honestly, the people that are at the top of those companies probably don't give a shit about you, you know? So to me, it's just like a whole bunch of different things that are going on in my head as I'm working my own job, and then I'm just self-reflecting in regards to the way in which I want to live my life in the future. But yeah, these are just some of the things that I think about. I would be really curious to be able to know if you yourself think maybe a little differently than I do, or if you can maybe see some similarities in regards to the way in which we think. And I'm always open to hearing other people's suggestions when it comes to the way in which they think about certain things. So yeah, that's today's video, and I'll be posting more in the future, but just thought I would make this video because this has just been something that has been on my mind, very recently. So I'll catch you guys in the next one, and take care. I'm gonna go to the gym now, eat my Subway, and I'm gonna try to have a good rest of my night. Hopefully you do too. Peace out.